hello. Welcome to the 273rd episode of the Terrell Effect. That delayed start was because my screen had something pop up on it that I wasn't ready for. So give me a second to adjust my set and I will get right with
Definitely.
you. Boom.
You do that.
Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen of the World Wide Web, online and beyond, we have joining us live via Restream the renowned producer known as Reels.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing today?
Oh man, feel free to answer those questions in the chat. Chime in, we've had a good couple of weeks going on with people
Definitely.
participating in the conversation. So, it's a matter of just getting the communication out there. So, let them know where you're from.
I originally from Roosevelt, Long Island. Roosevelt is a place that has birthed so many people. And a lot of people came through, and we're known for like Dr. J, Eddie Murphy, Howard Stern, Public Enemy, myself, my crew. A lot of people that came out of Roosevelt that have done a lot of things. Fuse from 808 Mafia. Colorado. There's so many people that's came out of Roosevelt that's done great things, and we keep on striving.
Okay. Now Roosevelt kind of sounds like a Niagara, where like it's close to a major city, but people don't really know about it because of that major city.
Yeah, it's well out here in Long. It's one of those things like Roosevelt is located on Long Island, so you have the five boroughs of New York, which everybody knows: Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Brooklyn. And then you
Yeah.
have Long Island, which are actually Queens and Brooklyn actually resides on Long Island. So Long Island is one of those things where it's a forgotten place, but it's like the unofficial sixth borough, but it's its own place where a lot of talent is at. And in Long
Okay.
Island, you have Nassau, you have Suffolk. In Nassau, where Roosevelt is located at, you have your Public Enemies. You go to Suffolk, you get your EPMDs. So that's
Okay.
how Long Island breaks up. It's like that
Okay.
secret. It's the secret ingredient of all '80s and '90s hip hop. Long Island. A lot of your
Okay.
favorite rappers are from there.
Okay. Yeah. That's that was surreal because when you said EPMD, like it took me right back.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Keith Murray and the Red Man and the Method Man and
Yes,
just
sir.
the I want to say like the soul of hip hop kind of thing, if you will. Like
Right.
where those sounds were just, no one like where music was so original wherever you went, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter who you were listening to, you knew you weren't getting some cookie cutter copy.
Right. Right. Like the game back then versus now, like you just said, everything back then was about originality. You could not sound like the next person. You can't have the same bars. Like these days, you can literally mention a person's bar for bar verbatim in your verse, and nobody will look at you like it's nothing. You do that back then and back in the days, you liable to get punched somewhere, get into a fight somewhere. And thank God it wasn't Instagram or Facebook or anything live because there was a lot of ass whippings back then over shit
Oh,
like that. So at the end of the day, oh, we could curse on here, right? We live, right?
yeah, man, we're
So
we're
yeah.
free, we're free.
So it's one of those things where at the end of the day, it's like originality was substance, and now we're running out of the place where we don't have substance anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of them dudes that be like, yo, everybody in this new school, new artists and new artists. But yo, like T Pain said a few days ago or a few months ago, we got enough babies. You know what I mean? We got enough little babies. It shouldn't be little baby, the baby, this baby, that baby. That's crazy. You know what I mean? At the end of
Yeah,
the day,
yeah,
be original. Have your
yeah.
own ish.
Yes. You gotta bring something to the table. I personally speaking, when I
Mm-hmm.
write, I cannot stand redundance. Like,
Yes, sir.
no, shout outs to MC redundancy, but I cannot stand being redundant. I like saying the too many times, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
necessary, just irks me when I'm writing poetry. So to
Right.
hear people like to hear like unless it's warranted, like obviously you have your party tunes, you're like jamming the party, we jamming the party, we jamming the party, go hey,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
jamming the
Okay.
party, we jamming the party, we jamming the party, go hey, hey. If that's what your whole
Exactly.
album if that's what your whole album sounds like, bruh.
Yo, that's crazy. That's like I was looking at one of the guys that you had an interview with Pop the Brown Hornet, and he was saying something to the same effect where it's like, yo, when you doing songs and you doing like CDs and albums, you got to give like different things. You gotta have like you gotta have 3 party joints. You can have three joints where you may be talking about the streets. You gotta throw something in there for the ladies. You can throw some
Yep.
conscious shit in there, but you gotta
Yep.
mix it up. And a lot of
Yes.
times people are not looking. People will get on this one track and think, because these days it's a single driven music biz. It's all about the single. But when you create an album, you're supposed to create a vibe with that album. One thing
Yes.
to go check out real quick. One of my boys I work with. I got a few people I'm gonna plug real quick. One of my boys though, he just got to drop this album. Jamal Milton dropped the
Yep.
album as above as so below. Right on that album, go check it out on iTunes. He's streaming everywhere. It's Jamal Milton. Go check it out. His album is constructed where it gives you a whole vibe, and it's a double album where it's one of those things where he gives you that rap side. He gives you all those songs you want club wise. He gives you the songs to think about stuff, and then he gives you a whole R&B side. People ain't really doing that no more. My boy
Uh,
Snooze Daily right now, another rapper that's coming out under Phantom of the Beat, which is a whole other entity that I gotta love and respect. Phantom is one of those dudes that produced Magic Stick back in the day. He produced Apollo Kids. Hosley, formerly of the UMCs, if y'all know him from that long ago. But this boy, that guy has been instrumental of just getting people in the right places. And with my boy Snooze, another thing where here we got a rapper that he got a cadence, he got a flow, but yo, with the right production, with Phantom touching it, we're getting him in the right places. Oh my God, it's like everything opens up. So you gotta have you gotta be creative. You gotta have different people put different spins on your stuff. And a lot of times when it comes to albums, when you're making it, you really gotta be in the creative zone. Go to different places, take yourself out of what's norm. Get out of the norm, and that's what creates greatness.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Because normal is one thing I fail at
Yes,
miserably.
sir.
What's that? You walk inside. You walking face front. Okay, I'm gonna walk sideways.
Yeah.
Why? I'm a Cancer. Do I have to explain anymore?
Yeah.
You know
Perfect
what I mean?
analogy for the shout out to those cancers out there. We love y'all.
You know what I mean? No, I'm telling you, I was the worst for it. Like all through high school, I was in band. Like I've done music since I was 8 years old. I'm turning 38 this year, so
Okay,
this is my
blessings,
third decade.
blessings. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So I'm here, and like we always had to dress like in black pants and a white top whenever we had like a performance.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got my Will Smith on. I never wore this top that they expect me to. I wore a black and gold dragon top. I wore a blue and champagne top. I wore a red silk top. I wore like I wore every single color I could find except for that plain pure white top because everybody else was wearing it, right?
Yo, I was the same way. Like, yo, I don't know about you, but band's one of the reasons why I got into music. Like, learning
Yes.
how to read music, write music, and go from that. So I'm one of them
Yes.
guys that back in the day in band, concert band and marching band. Marching band, you had to wear a uniform. A concert
I
band,
never had marching band, but concert band I was in.
oh, I was in concert band heavy. We had a marching band too. We was actually one of the top bands in Long Island when I was there in high school. This is back in the day, 92 to 98. I'm dating myself or whatever. But in concert band, it was about being flashy. Like again, which like you said, everybody's wearing black and white. I was the same dude. It was like, all right, so I'm coming in with a 3-piece suit on. I'm coming in with a top hat. I might come in with a little umbrella act like it's a cane. But my style was flashy this and it kind of shaped me to who the person I am as of today too. Because you learn from there, like, all right, what's the effect you get from people if you do this, if you do this, and how people move around you when you do put on certain things. You know
It evolved. That whole style evolved to the effect of right now, there's certain places I frequent on a regular basis, right? And if I go to certain places and I don't have, and I'm not flashy or I'm not in a getup, in some kind of getup relative to the season, they're looking at me like I'm strange. Like one time I went to my doctor's office and the patients there, like that's where they see me regular. So Easter, bunny ears, St. Patrick's Day, green top hat, fucking Thanksgiving. I got I have something for everything. Christmas, I got my Santa hat, whatever. So one day, like it was the end of November, and I went in there and the woman looked at me, she gave me like a disapproving look. Like jokingly though. Like a jokingly disapproving look.
Why are you wearing this? It's like your originality is making her day bad, but and the reality of it is she's mad at the fact that you're doing something out of the norm that she would never do.
Wait, hold on. Watch the joke. She was disappointed that I wasn't in character yet.
What?
because she had been there for I'd known her for like 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what she told me was, you usually start at the end of November. I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, I've been here for the last 3 years. You're usually wearing a hat at the end of November. So I went home and I bought the hat. I got the hat. I put it right on from there. So, so I say that to say, you never know the effect you're having on people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it was jokes, man. I'm telling, and it was like when one year I was wearing my bunny ears. That's how I met Christy Hales. Shout out to Christy Hales. She's gonna syndicate this on Liquid Fire Radio. It plays Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at I
Shout out
think
to
4
her.
p.m. So shout out to
Okay.
Christy again in the
All right.
box.ca. But I was walking across the street downtown Niagara Falls, and she saw me, and she's like, "Wow, I wish I could meet him. He's got so much personality." 2 2s. We met at 4680Q, which is a radio station in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
From there, she's connected me to so many different people, and I've been like sending her my content to play. But like, she's just a magical person, man. I'm telling you. And then like, there's a couple of people we have behind the scenes that are helping out with what's going on. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So yeah, you
gotta have those people. And the main thing about what you were just saying, everything's about networking. A lot of times people have to realize when you go out, when you're out, you never know what can happen. So you always gotta stay ready, stay prepared, and stay humble. But when you go out, you may see somebody, you might be like, I don't want to talk to him. That's when you need to talk. It's the funniest thing in the world. If you're not there, you're never going to get whatever you want. And what I've learned, especially in this music business, you have to be it's the right place at the right time. That's one thing that they always say, but it's really just showing up and being there. A lot of times it'd be a party where it's like, I don't want to go network. But if you wasn't at that party, or if you wasn't walking down that street, or you wasn't at that radio station, you would never met Christy. So at the end of the day, you have to network. You have to get out of there. And the funny thing is, you'll find out a lot of people, behind the scenes people, sometimes they're introverted, but they're the coolest people in the world. They're the coolest people because they get things done. So you got to be out there.
Yep. Like I said, people in the right places. So it's all about that. So geez, I got a couple of your instrumentals. I'm gonna play them while we talk.
Okay.
This is that grown one I was talking about. It's that Drake.
Oh, that's that Drake,
yeah.
Because you know what it was? I was like, when I made that, I heard the sample, I was also like, yo, if I could get the Drake, he'll sing on it, he'll do a little bar on it. Yeah.
I can hear him on it. I don't know, like, I gotta be careful mentioning his name though, because there's not a bad thing, but there's a correlation that I'm not gonna let down.
Okay.
So 1 year, it was a couple years ago before this COVID thing hit, right? I was going to the Niagara River Lions game. Shout out to the River Lions, you know what I mean? So fucking going to the River Lions games, and one day I got picked to shoot from half court. So I go out there with my pumps. I had my Reebok pumps, old school.
Okay.
On the court now, giving a 1-2 pump, both sides. I take the shot. I hit the right rim. Out. Closest shot all season. Closest shot to date. The closest shot to that basket to date. I'll point that out. But I said, forget this nonsense. I went to the YMCA the next day.
Started practicing, huh?
But the funny part is, if we pull a This Is Us and jump back in time, when I started at the YMCA 6 months before that shot, I was shooting from half court. My wife at the time asked me, why are you shooting from half court? I said, what if we go to a basketball game and I get a chance to shoot from half court? He said, proceed.
Smart thinking, preparing yourself for the future.
Exactly. So fast forward back now to when I'm taking the shot, I miss. And the crowd was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I got like the whole way back, because I walked all the way around the stadium. Everybody was like, great shot, almost, whatever. So I'm like, All right, cool. Next day, back of the Y. I'm shooting, and this time I say, forget this noise. I turn my back to the net, and I'm shooting backwards from half court. 27 shots later, I get it in.
Wow.
So we filmed that, the whole process.
Okay.
I took the final shot, and I tagged it to the River Lions, the Raptors, and the YMCA. We all know Drake's a basketball fanatic.
There you go.
We all know Drake's a basketball fanatic. So leave it to me to be surprised when, on that newscast that very evening, Drake is taking trick shots from his home court. That's the Terrell effect in full effect.
That is the Terrell effect in full effect right there.
Like, my company's called Expose the North. The Raptors have been going by We the North since the year after I created Expose the North. Y'all can have that one. That one's on me.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, how big is the Tribe Called Quest up there? Like, were y'all big fans?
Oh, there's a lot of fans out here of Tribe. Yeah. Like some of the old, like, there's some young blood with old heads, if you know what I mean.
Okay, definitely. Like, so I'm one of them dudes that back in the day in high school, Tribe Called Quest was my life. Like, Fife is I idolized Fife as far as my rhyme schemes, but I had like the Q-tip inflections in my voice and certain things. But as you hear in the background, like, that's one of the greatest things. Like, that's what influenced me. Another thing that influenced me to do these things in this music. Like, one of the things I'm going to start putting out, summertime, we're looking at a Tribe Called Quest mixtape where it's literally going to be inspired by them. Might be remixing some of their songs. I might be throwing some people on from this time and era that sound like that can fit in that round. But something I'm working on. It's one of the beats you're hearing right now that's going to be featured on it.
Okay, because like when we're talking about Tribe and Fife and Tip, we got to talk a little bit about Timberland and Magoo.
Okay.
They kind of, they're in the sense of their originality, they're left and right. But they're like 1A and 2A.
Okay.
Style.
With respect to Magoo, because a lot of people shit on Magoo as far as a lyricist. As far as a combination, as far as what he did, where he was at, and at that time, he fit what he needed to do. Like, you can go back right now, you hear those songs like Up Jump the Boogie. If you hear that right now in the club, you still gonna be like, yo, that Magoo verse, and you still gonna repeat stuff from Magoo. Because he had that, it was his voice. It's a very distinctive voice. There's a few MCs in the love to love you. There's a few MCs in the game that changed the game with their voice. Shout out to Rakim. I was supposed to be at his birthday party last night / concert performance. Snowed out at New York. We're in the blizzard right now. It's crazy outside. But yo, Rakim is another person from Long Island. When he came in the game, he literally changed the game with flow, his voice, tone, inflection, the way he was spitting his bars. Nobody was doing that.
Nobody. Definitely another one of the few people I was actually allowed to listen to because he was clean.
And that's another thing. He was clean. A lot of times you can't get that these days. Nobody wants to hear clean. I'm like, nope, don't get me wrong. Clean verses, if you got bars, you can spit it clean and throw curses in. People don't respect the bars. But people ain't really checking for that. Everybody wants to hear a little shit motherfucker, little hoe, little dick in the mouth. It's crazy these days. It's like, if you look at even with TV, fast forward 20 years ago, you wouldn't hear curse on TV. Now, everything, sex scenes, curses, anything you want to hear, anything you want to see.
Like, they're cussing, like, shit, asshole, all of that. They're cussing it.
Yeah, they curse it. Definitely. Yeah, as you can see where I'm at with that, like with these beats right now, we go all over the place. So my production team is actually like 3 or 4 people. Me, myself, Real, my boy Biz Beats, my boy Go Zella. You all follow us on Instagram. And what we do is like any type of beats y'all want, we construct it. Like this one, boom bap, y'all want trap, we do that. Drill, we do that. You gotta be flexible with these games. But originality is about everything. So my sound is my sound. Like when you hear me produce something, it could be in any other genre, but you're gonna know it's me.
Yeah. Okay. way the breakdown is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, do you play instruments?
Yeah, traditionally trombone, baritone, tuba, trumpet, a little bit of bass. And then as I got older, I got more into the electronic stuff. So once you start producing on the electronic, you start learning keys and learning chords and stuff. So it's like I know enough to get around the studio. And that's where I'm at right now with it. It's like just really always progressing, always growing. Like just picking up things and learning as I get to go along. Sometimes you may have a beat where you like, yo, I might have to pull out the bass real quick and just get that real feel. So do what you got to do. So right now, it's like my production really stands out on like as far as what I'm using. I'm like an MPC head. I've been an MPC head forever. I'm an SP1200 head. Like I still have one floating around. You know what I mean? Which is rare. You know what I mean? And then of course with the programs like Fruity Loops is crazy, Reason crazy. Whatever I get my hands on, any program you put your hands on, it's really about what you're gonna put into it. So it is what it is.
All right, we got the twins here. Hold up.
Okay. Hey,
right.
What up?
What up? Can't hear you, fam. Can't hear you. Let's go. Let's Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. So, got a couple people joining in here. Try reloading the page. See if that works. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we got some conversations about to go down. Got a few songs from West Paul. He was featured in one of the issues of Culture Shock. Oh, geez. I want to say like, oof. I'm on my 17th issue right now. So check the archives. You'll find West Paul in one of them.
And yo, congratulations to that. 273 episodes and going. What? Going.
I'll tell you, like a little. I started on Let's Beef, doing Block Talks about 9 years ago.
Okay.
And then I did that for about 2 years. Then I branched off to do my own, called it the Terrell Effect, because it's a little bit of a joke I have with a political office, because basically they weren't running things right. I told the guy who wasn't running things right he was going to get fired if he didn't start running things right. I gave him a window of time. I said, by the Pan Am Games, 18 months before the Pan Am Games, I said, if you don't switch it up by the Pan Am Games, you're going to be pushed out of office.
Right.
They didn't believe me because he had that much power. So when he finally got voted out of office, I called the office I was talking to, and I was like, and they said, well, I guess he felt the Terrell Effect after all.
Exactly.
So
makes sense.
So I ran with it. So every week for the last 5 going on 6 years on Saturday, I have been doing this, showcasing some of the latest from the soon to be greatest. And you know what I mean, yourself included, with that talented body of work right there. You know what I mean? I'm just been blessed to have people come on and showcase their talent and share their gifts with the audience. The audio's no, still not working. I see you trying, bro. Can you hear me? Oh, it almost sounded like it chipped in. Check the cable.
Check the might have to check the settings.
Is the phantom power on? No, still nothing.
Oh, I see my boy Just Call Me Al checked in. All right.
Okay, all right.
That's another guy I got a shout out from Long Island. Just Call Me Al. Listen, that guy right there is going to be the next person that people are going to speak about like he was Canada's, and he's better now. But don't tell him I said it. Just don't tell him I said it. One of my boys.
All right. All right. So yeah, man, if you want to coordinate, we'll get him on the show still. I have opening
definitely.
March.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. We'll definitely get him on here, man. He's definitely worth it. And he's another one that he got stories to tell and he got bars to spit. So when people hear him, they're going to be like, Oh, word. Yeah,
Oh,
people got bars still. Wow, wow.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm trying to
So,
respond to messages right now. I can't respond to messages. Oh, he'll get it.
uh,
They'll look at it and stream it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He just left.
Yeah.
Go to the settings gear under the window. There's like a settings gear under this display window. Click on that and see if it's set to your sound card.
Yeah. While y'all do that, I'll just gingerly roll up because it's a free country in New York these days.
Oh yeah, Canada, like that's one of the few things our prime minister has done right.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Canada was first, and y'all are light years beyond us. New York is just catching up where they realize, yo, we can actually make money. But yeah,
yeah,
y'all can make money, and now a lot of people out in the streets can stop being in jail, and everybody can be happy. I mean, look what
hmm
Colorado did in the U.S. Like, Colorado went from nobody wants to go to Colorado to everybody goes to Colorado and gets stuck in Colorado because the weed's that good. So at the end of the day,
that's
you got
BC for us up here.
word, a word. I got to come
Yeah,
up there. I got to come up there.
yeah,
I got
yeah,
fam
yeah.
in Canada too, in Montreal and Quebec. I've never been to the Six or anywhere over
Oh
there, but
man,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Just make sure you stop in Niagara, bro. We got some good out here too.
Yo, everybody keeps telling me about Niagara, bro.
Yeah, man. We like we're no joke, man. It's like I liken us to the ATL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a little bit like, we that mid south kind of sound, our own vibe, but
Right.
like, you know what I mean? If you come through, you're definitely gonna enjoy what's going on.
Definitely. See, that's how we are on Long Island. Like Long Island is its own vibe and music. But
Hmm.
what's weird with not like ATL, but with New York is a little clicky, so everybody clicks up, and that's where we kind of mess up at. If New York rappers really got on some ish where it was like we started acting like ATL and even West Coast, where it's like, yo, stay together, strive together, do together. Wherever we out, we move like a unit, no matter
Hmm.
what. Yo, New
Yep.
York could be back to what we was doing. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, let's talk about where hip hop came from. The Bronx, New York.
Yep.
I'm not saying that to be like, yo, I'm from New York, but I'm just saying that that's the history of it. And one of those things that New York has kind of done in the last few years is we're starting to come back to where we're hanging out in our own, but it's been lost where New York went used to be the king of the mecca of everything. I think the
Yep.
South got it right now. Where it's like, even if you wanted a record deal, yeah, you're coming to sign papers in New York, but you'll go down to ATL, the Politic Network, and get with the right people.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It's a weird game now. Nothing against ATL because I love it. I love the woman. Hey, it's what it is. But this is one. It was different. Like New York 20 years ago versus New York now. It was like, yo, back then 20 years ago, you had Puffy running things. You had Bad Boy. You had Dipset. You had everybody. Now
Yep.
in New York, it's like you got exactly. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you
You
got
got.
Dave
Yeah. You
East.
got.
You
Yeah.
got
You know
I
we
fucking
have.
love Dave East. I love
Not.
Griselda.
No. No.
I
No. You
love them
got Dave
Buffalo
East.
boys.
But Benny.
I love them. I love them Buffalo
Benny.
boys.
You got
Them Buffalo
Griselda.
boys. Those Buffalo boys, Griselda is the reason that my boy Snooze, my boy all my people could get back to what we was doing because what
Hmm.
happened in rap was a shift where nothing against the West Coast, but it became a thing where everybody had to be gangster. We used to have it where you could have a conscious sector, you could be gangster, you could be this, you could be that, and then rap fell into this whole thing of it's yo, you have to be hard. Where people don't realize like rap is like every other genre, hip hop is like every other genre. When you go up, I heard a click.
There you go.
Like
What up, y'all?
what up,
There
what
you
up, what up?
go. What up?
Y'all
What
can
up?
hear
There
us
you
now?
go. Live,
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
live,
go.
live.
We in the
200.
house.
I've been
That's
doing
what's
this
up,
for at
twin.
least 180 episodes out here. Restream. Y'all need to get with it, man. Come on now. We
Yeah.
can't be having
Word.
these kind of glitches.
Oh,
Anyways.
I know now. I never heard of it before, dog.
Oh
Wait,
shit. No, it's not
restream,
even
right?
you, it's them. They heard
I
of me
learned.
before, so they should already know when you get the link that they gotta connect to your system proper.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
We
Yes,
good
yes.
now, though.
All
How
right,
y'all
yes,
doing?
All
rolling.
right, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
West Paul, we got reels in the building.
What's good?
what up?
All right.
We got the
Yeah.
homie Novel here. Right
Novel,
What
here.
what
up,
up?
my
What
dick?
up?
How you
Yes,
doing?
yes. All right. So yeah, man, we're just vibing still, you know what I mean? Going over some of the things in the game, some of the changes, some of
Yeah.
the nostalgia. This is episode 273 of the Terrell Effect. We're live with twins.
Congrats, that's huge, man.
Thank you very much. It's been a grind, you know what I mean? But it's well worth it. It's probably, I'm convinced it's part of the reason we got the Diamond Award this year for Best Recording Studio in Niagara.
What's up, man?
Clap that out like shit.
Yeah, man. It was like, I'm telling you, I was driving and I got the message from the manager and I'm just like, okay. But it was like, it was a what with an exclamation mark and a question mark. And then it said image. So because we had just had a conversation about our daughter, I was like, all right, what is this? So I finally got a chance to pull over and then I saw the newspaper clipping or the digital clipping. And I was just like, okay, someone photoshopped my name in there. How cute. Then I went to the official website and it said it. I was just like, oh shit, yeah, right. And then I got the email. That's when it sunk in. And then, you know, because of COVID, it took a while to get the plaque, but I finally got the plaque. And I'm just like, every time I walk down the stairs, I look at it just like, yeah, this year I'm going to crush it. So yeah. So I got to thank y'all for, you know, helping start the momentum. We're starting this year strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on with y'all out west?
Oh man, we're working. We've been putting in out like 2 tracks a day since I got here. I came back home like middle of December for Christmas, and we've just been going ham. So it's got a lot of work coming. We also got another group called Big Karma, so we're 2/3 of Big Karma. Shout out to the boy Cava One. And yeah, man, we're just enjoying this West Coast weather and just getting ready to go harder ever 2022. So
this week's been real busy. We shot a video for that I'm a Whole Vibe track. I think you guys might have heard. So that was a 2-day. But lots of things.
Yeah, so I'll send you the link to that video when we've got our final edits. But yeah, we've been shooting videos every couple weeks in the studio, like 10 hours a day, you know, do the 9 to 5 grind, come home, go to the studio till we can't keep our eyes open.
That's
it. Repeat. So
yeah, that's big. That's
yes, sir.
Massive. All right, so I got this track. We got History here. What's the synopsis on that?
We got History. That's an older one from me. I put out on one of my solo albums called Kevlar Secrets. That album was a different style for me. You know, the other albums I got are mostly just hip hop rap type, but this one's almost got like an R&B feel to it. All the songs on there are basically like love songs, right? So it was a different almost genre for me to hit up, but you know, I had enough of them songs that, you know, I got to put an album out for that project. Keep it slow, keep it for the ladies kind of thing, right? On that one. Yeah.
All right. So let me hit that play button. I'm not gonna lie, like when I was going through just to make sure the song worked, I popped it in and I heard the guitar lick and I was just like, well, I wasn't expecting this. That's why I like the fact that I run a company called Culture Shock. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
I was definitely shocked by culture. So you can check out issue 16 that's still online till Monday, where we're going to replace it with issue 17.
Yes, this is on Novel's album called Kevlar Secret.
Kevlar Secret.
Around here somewhere.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I just sit here wondering when I cross your thoughts how much you miss me. Cause we got history. Ooh, darling, if you're listening, when you and I moved in King we were in perfect rhythm. We got history.
Right. This shit hard.
Yeah.
Kevlar Secrets. There's the album there.
Nice. Who produced it? Who produced the track?
Who produced it?
This beat was by Frederick Gamps. He's the producer of the instrumental. But I did all the mixing and mastering on that album.
Nice.
Myself.
Love it.
We got history.
Thank you.
I got it.
It gives you that that feel from Total. Tell me what you want to see. That guitar lick. That's he just pretty much played it and did his thing over it. Love it.
If you're listening, when you and I moved and kicked it, we were real perfect rhythm. Cause we got history. And I gotta admit, sometimes I
Don't play your track back to back.
When I cross your vibe, what you listening? Cause we got history.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, darling,
Winter and COVID. Slap up, slap up, slap up. Like Mother Nature just said, y'all ain't behaving yourselves. Stay home. I said, stay home.
Word. See, y'all in the West Coast, y'all enjoying some heat right now. Right now, I'm looking at 2 feet of snow. I'm looking at my dogs that's looking at the snow like, I'm not going outside. What you talking about? My dog's looking at me like, nah, bro, nah.
Not today.
I've seen dogs walk, look, and just turn right around like, yo, I'm good.
Yeah, we had a little bit for maybe a week, maybe 2. It stuck around, but weather's been pretty decent here. It's cold, but
y'all got hit first.
Everybody was telling me I brought it home from Alberta because I was out in Alberta for 10 years.
So automatically gives you the ugly face, like,
You just walk past something and smell funky. Just
hell yeah.
Yeah, this track is called Killing That. It's off my newest album, which was called Options.
Okay.
Yeah, this track here, the instrumentals by Anyway Well.
Nice.
Again, I did the mixing and mastering here at Ill Specimen Studios. We got this. Just got the business license for the studio.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start selling stuff on the website. We're launching soon for the studio Ill Specimen. This one's got my 2 homies, Brian Bagshaw from the group Tangible 2, as well as Shaps, who's from my old group, Authorized Personnel. He's doing his own solo thing still, and he's doing a project with my other homie, putting out music. That's Shaps right there.
Fresh kicks, tell me how that sound. Time spent, money saved, ain't that loud. In the town, I'm known as a legend, been around so long, homie, I ain't stressing. Gotta keep it humble.
It's 1999.
Representing, smoking good tracks for the OC. Y'all recognize, ain't nobody know me. Do my own thing, ain't no one control me. Half these rappers on the island all owe me. Triple pencil broken in half, don't need an eraser. I'm killing the massive, trust on my passion is that your stone. You can't keep it moving if you stuck at home.
Killing that, like a pretty little kid, I'm killing that. Like his words on this track, I said I'm killing that. Like he stole from my
it's like every week I make a new mixtape. I'm on volume.
Got a problem, right?
Get lit, take a sip of no rewind. Y'all motherfuckers think that you know me. Take a hit of a J, I'll make the break. Get in there, get your pussy wet, get in bed. I'm the man.
And it helps when I go to shows or events or whatever, and I set nothing, I can just slap on the mix while I put everything together. And then I can just take over.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Bagshaw on this one.
Yeah, that was Brian Bagshaw from Tangible 2. That album there, Options, was put out in May last year, 2021.
Come up as a youngster, run from the po-po. Never rock a show like your jokes. Come a so below average. Don't know about a dope. Close, post, punch the Hoover. Oh, yeah, bro. Hope you all enjoy your short career. Got no left for you. Move on over. Let me show you the dope flow. This is just business. My whole way from home is damn positive. If you don't make it know, then I done already told you. Show you.
That one's fun to do live at the shows.
We grip them and kill them, slap them down. Both be on your knees now, begging please now. Come on, beat it up, pop, make the kitty meow. Killing that, like a pretty little kitty cat. We killing that, like his verse on this track. I said, killing that, like he stole from my mom. We killing that, anyone got a problem, right?
Yeah. That was heat.
This the new right here.
Okay.
I shot a video for this week.
Real time, I'm a whole vibe. I put that flame in your eye, your eye.
Beat produced by Mox. MOX is the producer on that one.
I'm a whole vibe.
See my boy Jamal just checked in. Gotta check him out, Jamal Milton.
You said starting March, I do have openings for the Terrell Effect, so if you want to get involved with the vibe and have your music showcase, you can hit me up at info@shock.ca. Subject, Terrell Effect.
Sign on, so wrapped up you can barely breathe. If that don't bother, don't talk to me. Listen, you should pick and choose an album. More carefully. My mind here. Deep now, the plan rewind shit. Got the mind of an elephant, remembering everything. Come on, zip those lips from me. Real time, I'm a whole vibe. I put that flame in your eye, I'm a whole vibe.
You know what's funny about that? I put that flame in your eye line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I literally just put a picture in the Culture Shock magazine on the first page, and I had a picture of me with flames in my eyes. That is dope. I like when music hits so hard. God.
And the rich folk had a little headlock to be my fix though. Only time I never paused when my wrist froze. Slow it down, play it back, let it hit though. Good starts, good sparks, never sticks though. Everybody says it different. Till the truth shows love hate. I guess more famous on the cliff, yo. Before I trip, always switch down.
Oh, y'all killed that. I like that.
Yeah.
That
That's funny you say that because we use that same thing. In the video, you're going to see the flame in this girl's eye. When I see that book there.
I'm a whole vibe. I put that flame in your eye, I'm a whole vibe.
Hey, yo.
This track's dropping real soon. This is a sneak peek.
So living for
Exclusive.
Yeah.
I've seen it done some things, had good and bad days. Our time is limited, and that's why you'll find me living for the day, and sitting on the y'all, sipping on the hey, y'all, taking down sexy free, leave the lemon hit into my brains. Living for the day, yeah, sipping on the y'all, sipping on the hey, y'all. Kicking down sexy free mixes that begin to let me hit into my brains.
It's been a long day, y'all. I can use some hay, y'all. Man, I really love the days. Say that it's a crutch, well, they roll a Dutch. It's pretty much the same damn thing. You can call it vices. I chalk it up as life. Only can you pass the blame. I'm a new shorty right next to it until I can't feel no more pain. Numb it all away. It's happening.
Living for the day, yeah, sticking on the y'all, sipping on the hey, y'all. Taking down sexy free mixes that begin to let me hit into my brains. Living for the day, yeah, sticking on the y'all, sipping on the hey, y'all. Taking down sexy free mixes that begin to let me hit into my brains. I'm treading water, man. So tired, I'll probably drown. Oh, Heavenly Father, tell me why it is, 'cause you keeping me around. 'Cause I go hard as 81, I know. Sniffing till the day's done and the lights glow. But on the real, I feel I may need a consultant to help me at my age again. 'Cause fuck it, I'm so done with this flow. My brain is hurting, hate it when the birds are chirping. And I ain't slept a wink. but it's time to open curtains. Put it on the stage, working to get my ass up early, face the world to win. We're living for the day, y'all. Little sin and say, okay now. Fuck what you say, and if you thinking that we played out, get your name now. This shit ain't the same out because we gon' bang out. Living for the day, sipping on the day, y'all.
You talking about Hey Yo?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Get down, sexy friends. Let me hit it to my brain. Living for the day, yeah. Sipping on the day, y'all. Sipping on the hey, y'all. Get down, sexy friends. Bitches that begin to let me hit it to my brain.
Shout out to Hey Y'all. They're actually one of our new sponsors. They got a delicious drink out of Vancouver.
Okay.
Hey y'all.
Iced tea vodka.
Ain't nothing seem to anger me.
Yeah.
When the summer comes, I'm back hanging with my cheese. Steaks on the grill, blaze them trees.
I have to send you some.
By all means.
Ain't
By all
nothing seem to
means.
anger me. When the summer comes, I'm back hanging with my cheese. Steaks
That's
on
called
the
Summertime.
tree. When the honey's come
Beats
round,
produced by Bree.
Summertime is right back. Same time next year, get high, drink beers, game time, plays mics, ain't no stage fat. Can't tap it, get the catch up on whatever the fuck's happening with my homies, no distractions. Whoa, I guess I spoke too soon, cause plenty more just piled in back in the room. And when the sun goes down, the moon comes up, the crew comes out to get your mood tuned up. You know the fun's going down like the brew in your cup. And chefs back to pretty fast, we gon' puff. No, I like that.
My homie shouts on this one again.
Same time next year, get high, drink beers, game time, plays mics, ain't no stage fit. Ain't nothing seem to anger me. When the summer comes, I'm back hanging with my cheese. Steaks on the grill, blaze them trees. When the honeys come round, they all dance so free. Ain't nothing seem to anger me. When the summer comes, I'm back hanging with my cheese. Steaks on the grill, blaze them trees. The honeys come round, they all dance so free. Like that. Summertime, right back. Same time next year, get high, drink beers, game time, plays mics, ain't no stage fit.
I'm just not born and raised, getting faded, blazing every day. Ain't no money here, so I work away. I got a family to raise, rap bills to pay. When it's time to play, I just call the crew. Rhyme is blazing, you know what it do. Tubing down the river, family barbecues, hit up the hill specimen when we rollin' through. I've been holding it down for a decade plus. Look up my last record, ain't no rush. Look up my last record, ain't no rust. Put some respect on it and chaps you trust. I got love for these island nights. You can feel it in the air, yeah, you know the type. We live in paradise, man, this shit is hype. I can't explain the beauty through the shit that I write, so
like that. Summertime, right back. Like that. Summertime, right back.
Like that.
Yeah, Novel got about 500 songs. I'm having to help him get out now. So I think I put the work in.
Little direction, small fingers, so thick and heavy. Gotta find a new perspective. Options.
waiting on the next one.
Options.
Waiting on the best one.
Options. Yeah, I got a lot of them. Options.
I'm just waiting on the cost.
There's more than you see when you look in my skin. Way more of me. Hard to let people in. There's parts of me that I don't know. Parts of me that I'll never show. No one knows the secrets in my head.
Options.
I will take him to the grave.
Options.
Put the people inside his cage. No one knows all the shit I've been through. No one understands me or you.
What's up?
Everybody's got a
produce a lot of genres, like you're eclectic in that sense, but what genre of music have you not produced that you'd be interested in experimenting?
That I've not produced?
Yeah.
That's funny. I've done a little bit of everything. The only thing I've probably not done is classical.
Gotta find a new perspective.
Like I've done rock bands, I've done jazz, I've done R&B, I've done salsa, merengue. So I've dealt with a lot of different artists, and I've done sessions where I'm not even talking with people. They're in a different language. It is what it is. It's all about the music.
Some days I get lost in the confusion, still trying to enjoy life, ride in the forest. In spite of all the negative emotion, it's all about choosing the right moves when you're doing your thing.
Oh, well, just about at the halfway mark, just past the halfway mark. And this is where ultimately sometimes I run out of questions. So I give the guest the opportunity to ask questions. We'll start with you, Novel.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are in Ontario somewhere?
I'm in Ontario. I'm in Niagara. I'm in Welland, Ontario, actually. Niagara.
Okay, You're close to where Craze is from, right?
Yes, I'm like 15 minutes from where Craze is from. Shout out to Young Craze, by the way.
That's my road dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
Across Alberta tour.
Yeah, he just ran one with me in July, August.
Yeah.
Never claim to be perfect. Let's put it to rest. Can't tell me it's worth it when you dealing with the stress, but you keep it bottled up like
it was good, man. The last 4 shows were sellouts.
Yeah.
Even through the COVID. Yeah. It was good. We didn't spike the COVID in any of the cities we went to, so we didn't get no hate. So that was good.
Definitely.
I'm like waiting every day to make sure. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to get that kind of flack. But
yeah. That was one of the most stressful things about the cookout. Like the 30 days after, it was like,
yeah, exactly. So
that
was good. And then September, Novel came out for a show. The homie Loyal put it together.
You know the best one.
Yeah, we all did. That's where we all kind of linked up. So kind of a blessing in disguise because I was actually supposed to be in Manhattan because I was working with a label out of the States. But because of COVID, I was stuck here in Canada, but I got to meet the homie here, and we've been smashing tunes ever since. Everything worked out for a reason.
This track here is featuring the third party from the other group, Big Karma, that we got. So Capital One on this one. Off my last solo album, Options. What you got? Name of the track. And produced by Angel Escanta.
Don't got an option. That they wanna be a part-time booty call. Don't apply for the road that goes to long haul. Give me what you got.
The album work.
Who does that for you?
The album work, he did it himself.
Nice. All the tracks did it.
I do everything myself. Change the lights. Install the carpet.
Definitely.
So we took it all in my ear. Tell me what to do with my life. Don't give a fuck, but you like the
This is Capital One right here. That's the other homie.
You don't know me then.
Okay.
I won't hit it with a homie kid.
I ain't get no time for a girlfriend. I think it's the rhyme, that's a sure thing. To get all the stress straight off my chest. Now something that the gender with the breast can't cure me. Never know that's the first impression kiss left. Got impressed the numbers to my motherfucking cell phone. But selling on my home note. Come on, leave a message. Get back, give me what you missing.
How long you been doing culture?
Bedroom, deliver from the dead.
Started the magazine in September of 20. Yeah, September 2020. Took over the writing in October of 2020. I've been collaborating with artists, authors, and businesses since then. We're about to release the 17th issue on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Congrats, man.
Yes, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
What's up?
It's a grind for real, but it gives me the opportunity to meet all kinds of new people.
This is Novel's first single under Ryan Parker.
Okay. Grocery list.
This is the one that got playing on the Masterclass radio. Shout out to them. Because that was always a goal of mine, is getting my music on the radio, and that just happened, thanks to Wes Wall.
There's also a video for this on YouTube. I highly recommend. We gotta get that views up, man.
Okay.
Where am I supposed to be? Who am I supposed to be with? Only God knows what be.
Yeah, Alberta would eat this song up, wouldn't they?
Right?
Right? This song up. You know what? Send this to Chrissy Hale. I'm gonna put up her email address.
I can't
control so much contact in my sidebar right now.
no more with noses. I got plans to go. So when I'm dead and gone, you'll remember me from more than just.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Just
do
take
this one.
all the rest. No, I'm not just.
So I do.
That's a message in the
If you have any music you want to send to her, by all means.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. Always looking for new content.
Indie rock, huh?
Yeah. IndieRock's1 at Outlook.com.
And we're always looking for new producers. I heard you produce a lot, so.
Oh, bro, I do my
Contact
thing
my
over
team.
there.
Let's
Definitely.
get
I'll
something
grab
cooking.
Absolutely. I'll grab your Instagram before tonight, so I might play a few things too.
That's what's up. What's up?
Definitely.
Yeah, I need more sleep, so I can't be doing the editing and mastering and all that stuff. I want to
Nah, bro, you
delegate that
gotta
up to
sleep,
someone else. I'll give you some work, man.
Definitely.
Not enough
Now,
hours in a day.
I'm a full-time studio, so it is what it is. And a lot of times I get people who floppy their sessions. I turn around, I master it. It is what it is. Master with the best of them. Worked at Universal for a few years. I still do. And, it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
Where can we see some of your work at?
All over online. Right now, you can go to my webpage, RMG.studio. Yeah, well, actually, RMGstudio.nyc. You go there, you can see my bio, you can see who I work with. You can find me on BeatStars, you can find me on YouTube. Also, I have a podcast called Plugin, so you can YouTube that. The plugin with 2 N's on the back of it. Instagram, RMG.studio. You can find me there. If you're in New York anytime, you can probably find me at any bar or lounge with a Long Island iced tea in my hand. Probably talking to anybody.
I like
That's
them.
pretty much me. You know what I mean? So I'm all over the place, man. I'm pretty much the East Coast guy.
Yeah, I had grandparents out in Toronto, but they've been gone for there a few times. We all had cousins and aunts and family out there.
Once these restrictions get reduced, we'll be setting something up. We'll hit up Eastern Canada and then we'll come check you in NYC.
Definitely. I'm here.
Yeah, 100, man.
That's what's up. I will be putting together another Culture Shock community cookout. As a matter of fact, this year I think I'm gonna have Culture Stock.
Okay.
That's gonna be a weekend. It's gonna be a weekend
stock. I like that.
Culture Stock.
We'll come out. We'll come out. I'll get Craze. We'll meet Craze in Calgary, and we'll whip on out.
Yo, I'm showing you. I'm looking to have it like the 3rd week of August, the 3rd Saturday of August. So
okay, 3rd Saturday of August. We up there.
Like that.
3rd Saturday of August.
I'll bring you some island stock too. We'll be
Yeah,
stocking
nice,
the whole way.
nice. You know what I mean? We'll put sponsored in part by, you know what I mean, Twins and
Yes,
Hey
sir.
Y'all. We'll throw that all together, man. I'm serious.
yeah.
Like, this is all recording, so I'm talking serious now.
Definitely.
Nice.
Now, once you speak it into existence, it is what it is.
That's what's up. This is
So
the
we
truth.
up there. Yeah, my boy Al said it. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more stamps on these passports, bro.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Definitely.
All right.
I'm gonna bring my artists up there too, man.
Yep. I mean, we got artists up here like Johnny Armani, private name, private number. Myself, as much as I am just a mouthpiece of these podcasts, I do make music as well. There's Droop Electron. We got it, Tommy. Holy, there's a
shout out to Johnny Armani for sure. Craze linked me with him. We've been chatting a bit, so I'm sure we'll get him going on something too. So
don't sleep on him, man, because he's
I know.
Like he's a humble cat. He's a humble cat, but he's ferocious on the mic. So yeah, man. There's But
No,
real,
I'll be reaching out after this episode.
What up? What up?
You want to play something? Like, you want to see if you can play something of yours when you're done doing your thing?
Yeah, let me see what I got real quick.
Okay.
Bong. Let me do this real quick. Let me see. Can y'all hear it?
No.
Can y'all hear it?
No.
I can hear you, but not it.
All right, hold on a second.
Yeah, we got the website launched in like a week or so. It's called Ill Specimen Studios.
Yeah, so I'll be sending links out for that.
Yep.
We'll be having some merch on there, shirts and stuff people could buy, the music, albums as well, offering services for local artists that want to come by and record.
Singing, songwriting.
Yeah. We had Abyss in the studio last night. He came through for a few hours.
Yeah, the homie Abyss, shout out to him.
Yeah, today we got Aria Silence, the female vocalist from Nanaimo. She used to date one of my homies and authorized personnel, Safed. She's coming through at 2 o'clock today. She hasn't recorded for a minute, but get her back in here. Excited to have some female vocalists in the lab, you know. Sure.
Definitely. Y'all hear anything in the background now?
Yeah.
I hear it now.
Okay. Let me turn it up a little bit.
So you make a bunch of instrumentals?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Man, produce and engineer. Engineer by day, producer by night, Superman of you all day.
Yeah, I got some guitars and keyboard in here. Just moved the studio from one room to the other, just renovating and whatnot. So getting it set up. We got a booth over here that's like, I don't know if you see it. Just turning the closet into a mic booth, right?
Oh man, I hear that. Right now I'm in my control room. I wish I'm on my computer so I can't switch it over real quick, but it's the control room, got a booth set up, little lounge area. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make sure everybody happy, chilling, you know what I mean?
Same. I got my couch that's like right behind the bar area. Then I got my control room that's in another section, and I got a booth in there. So you know what I mean? I can separate, like make some work happen. Okay.
We got some nice fresh kicks in the house.
Definitely.
In the white and gold.
I like that. Don't make me start having to pull out kicks real quick.
Come on.
All right, well, if you pull out your kicks, I gotta pull out my Lushy Montans, you know what I mean? With the white and gold right here.
If I knew it was that type of show real quick, I'm chilling in the crib. I got nothing on my feet right now. I pulled out something.
Just a bounce.
Yeah, Cabin One invited me my birthday's the 4th of July.
Nice.
But we did a show in Vancouver on a yacht party July 1st. So I went with Cabin One down there. I just got these. They're like half a size too short though, man. My toenail's still fucking purple from that shit. Ouch! The bigger foot, the right one. Shit. So I'm gonna give him to his son. His birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good present. They'll fit him perfect.
Yeah,
he's a colorful kid too. He loves wearing the bright shit, yellow.
Yeah, be on the lookout for him too. My son promised. He's done a couple of tracks. He's 17 years old, going hard in the studio every day with us now. So.
Nice. Okay. It's in the
him and Craze are actually going to be doing something soon.
Okay.
Him and Craze talking.
Nice.
Yeah, it's tough finding cars for that video. Short notice, they're so slammed working and shit. So I want to get in my car. I gave it to my brother. Went in it. But so that's the third video. Fun to do that thing. RX-8s are pretty dope.
All right, I got. I'll run those tracks that I played from earlier back, so I'll take it back over the sound here.
Okay.
For a quick minute. Yeah.
I like the production, bro. I want to hear more for touch.
Definitely. Let me get rid of that echo real quick.
We always working, so.
Yeah. And with this, can we go back and watch it after? Catch all those names?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's one of mine right there.
We got you, Al. This one right here, this is what I call grown and sexy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Show you hear it, it's just like, wait a minute now. You be thinking about something else, huh?
Sometimes you gotta have that two-step music.
True.
Like I was saying before, like I named the track Drake because you know if you put things out in the air, it'll happen. So hey, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with this music thing. You got to stay up with production. Like the sound's always changing, but you also got to have your own sound. Like with me, you'll find I can do beats in any genre, but my sound is my sound, and that's what kind of makes a person stick out. Plus,
that's one of the hardest things for artists and anybody in music is finding your sound.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? Because people are influenced by everything else they hear. Like I was saying before y'all hopped on. Back in around the 90s, when West Coast came in, everybody wanted to be gangster. You had groups like A Tribe Called Quest who was conscious. You had all these different genres. And hip-hop and the rap game can still be like that. It's just for some reason it's not classified as that. Like you got Midwest hip-hop, you got West Coast hip-hop, you got East Coast hip-hop. It's all these different genres that fall under rap or under hip-hop, so to speak. But because of the way the music game is set up, it's like it can only be one at one time.
Yeah. The first two things I tell artists when I do artist development, they ask me questions. The first two things I say is number one, be yourself and be unique and find out who you are. And number two is give yourself a reasonable budget. You know, don't put your rent money up. Don't choose over starving or putting out a project, but change your aspect in your life and what you're doing and try to get involved in things that can make you money. You know, like merch is huge. You know, people don't make a lot of money performing, but if you got your merch game on point, you can walk out the club with more money than the headliner that night.
Exactly.
You gotta invest in yourself. Why you gonna wear a Louis Vuitton belt when you can make a West Paul belt? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You gotta think about that, right?
That is a key point right there, because a lot of artists has the thing in their head where it's like it's supposed to be given to them. Like, yo, I'm hot. I got these bars. I'm the next hottest thing. And it's like, nah, bro. A lot of times, a dude that's engineering your section probably spitting hotter than you, and you don't even know that though. You know what I mean? You really don't even know that though. And then at the end of the day, it's like, yo, at the end of the day, if you can't pull out 2,000 out of your hands real quick to invest in yourself, or even 100 to invest in yourself, why is somebody else gonna invest in you?
Like Wes was saying, you got to invest. Like you guys are saying, invest in yourself. Right now, I'm wearing Exposed North on my head, on my chest. Like it's a full jogging suit, and the slides that I designed, that I showed you guys, I designed for another artist. So when people see me, they're seeing the brands that I work with. I'm not putting on, like you said, why am I gonna go spend $200 on a
marketing, man? Studio,
you see it right here. Real music.
That's one thing I'm gonna start doing a lot more this year is reaching out to the homies that have their own brands.
Yeah,
and try to get as much as I can. So I'll check out all you guys' stuff and I'll put an order in real soon. Rock that in the videos, and you know.
Anybody on Long Island and New York knows me. I support everybody's brand. My closet right now is everybody, like either it's my people who I grew up with or somebody I met while I was at a show. I support local brands. The only thing you'll find me probably jeans. I might go buy a name brand. I might have some purses on or some shit. But other than that, like everything's supported from the people I fucks with, because that's how you grow up.
A month and a half ago, I saw Joyner Lucas online, and he was actually reaching out to people of all music aspects, and he is telling them to send your website
Yeah.
to him, check it out. So even a cat like Joyner has that much respect still for us artists out there trying to do our thing, right? And you got to show nothing but love to that, because that man's put himself pretty high up on the scheme of things. But to be able to be that humble and stuff, that's one of the reasons he's up there in my tops right now for sure.
He's one of my tops because he did something that nobody else would do. When everybody was doing this, the top 10 list of the top rappers, right? Nobody ever mentioned Will Smith. And people forget about something. Will Smith for me is my number one for this reason. Anytime summer happens, you hear Summertime. You don't feel like it's summertime unless you hear that song. Even in Canada, am I right?
Yeah.
Will was the first person to get a Grammy, am I right? With that being said, with Joyner Lucas did a song named Will Smith and then put him in a video and had Will spitting bars, it just reminded people like Will's that dude. Even though his wife's going through a little entanglement, Will's had a few entanglements himself.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We know he was out there pimping.
Oh yeah,
we gotta keep this girl looking a certain way. We get it. But at the end of the day,
that verse that Will spit on that track, one of the hottest verses of the year.
I'm trying to tell you. A lot of times, these goats that paved the way, artists like LL, artists like Will Smith, even now, artists like Jay-Z, they get their respect, but they don't really get their respect. Like, Jay gets a lot of respect, but he's not going to get that respect till he's going where it's like, yo, oh my God, Jay-Z was that one.
Yeah, that's the problem. In the hip hop game, it's not like we're bred to respect our elders or our forefathers. We're just like a lot of people are just disrespectful because they think that's what sells. And personally, I was likened to Will Smith when I started my rap career because I refused to, I don't understand how you can take the time to write something but still have it laced and littered with more profanity than punchlines.
Exactly.
So
it don't.
It's just one of those funny situations where people they have something and don't realize what it is until they don't have it no more.
Exactly.
Like
that's like when I came up, I'm a Tribe Called Quest head. I'm a big Tribe Called Quest head. But once West Coast came in the game, it was like, all the radio was playing was West Coast. So it's like, as a rapper, it's like you trying to be in your vibe, but now you listen to this. Then anything else comes out, it's like you trying to catch that vibe and be what's on the radio. But originality is the best duality. Be original to yourself and watch what happens, yo.
Yep, originality, man. Like grade 5, I moved out to BC from Red Deer. I was born in Alberta, right? We went to Duncan, Cowichan Valley. Like the warmest average temperatures in Canada year round is right here in Cowichan Valley. We're right between Victoria and Nanaimo.
Very nice.
Me and my buddy in grade 5, we wore cross-color jeans and shit backwards. With the Sox jersey backwards. I had the shaven eye. People tell me, "Oh, that doesn't grow back." I'm like 11 years old, man. I believed him. I was freaking out. What? No, I did. My dad, he's a pioneer, super smart guy. He brought all this technology in wastewater industry. He's an engineer. He started an engineering company here in the mid-90s and wrote the curriculum for people to go through and get trained and become certified installers, designers, maintenance providers of wastewater systems.
Okay.
So I bought the company off him, and I've been running that for like 12 years now. I've been employed there for like 20, right? Lived in fucking Burnaby for a bit, went to BCIT. That's fucking the golden handcuffs right there, man.
Yeah.
Family business, right? And this is music, and this is my passion, right? So that's a decision. You see that shit on live TV now. Same fucking life. Voices gotta make her, man, this one counts, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's why I got pressed in because I got time for bullshit, man. It's all work and hustle now, man. Like, I don't even listen to other music. I'm always making it. Like, who has time when you're always critiquing and getting shit out, right? Creating. I need to listen to more, get a little more culture. Culture shock me. That's why I'm here.
Bro, listen, as a producer, it's not that we're forced to listen to everything, but we listen to everything. You might find me listening to Shy Lights, and the next thing I'm listening to something from like a Young Thug, or I might be listening to some jazz or some old school like Dave Sanborn something, or I might go back to Miles Davis just for samples. And at the end of the day, you got to get that culture in, because you'll be surprised what you hear on the radio. Everything is repeated. Every song that you hear is popular right now. If you go back 10 years, you heard the same sample with a different drum loop. It is what it is, and that's how the game is.
Yeah. Last night we went back to the roots, and we had a night here in the studio, and Novel was showing me music that AP, Authorized Personnel, made, and like took me back to 2003. And the crazy part is his squad was doing all the work on the island, and the group that I ended up with, we kind of knew who everybody was, but I never met Novel till September. But like his whole crew, I worked with most of them. He's worked with most of the crew, but it was just really cool because it's like,
yeah, we brought the first shows to the hip.
They pioneered things.
1999, Island Childman, me, Trevor, the North Light, Endless Menace, and Arson, who now lives in Calgary. You met him over there.
Yo, back
we formed with 49th Parallel, the other group, local group. They're a few years younger, but they're fucking dope. And that's Traps, who you heard tonight on my albums. He was 49P. Me and Northern Light, who's been my employee at the day job for 13 years now too. Shit. It's
nice.
Like and then we formed Authorized Personnel. There was like 8 of us, and we were doing monthly MC battles at fucking pub here. 300 people would come out some nights, man. You know, welcome like Rascals and the likes of Mocha Only and people. You know, swollen shit around here.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that. It's funny y'all said those years, like 98, 99 back then was like really influential years. So while y'all was doing that up there, all right, so in New York, 98, 99, me and one of my boys, we had this group called Dirty Minds that became 21, and that's a whole other story. But we was running around, like before the battle circuit was real, we was running around battling people just to get our name up, make sure everything was good. And I mean, different boroughs all over the place, to the point where we started, one of my boys is like, yo, while we doing this, let me get a camera. He became one of those guys that you see at every video shoot at parties. At the time, he went by the name Rennie Ruger, popping in the parties, shooting every video, seeing what's what, running around with a young Nipsey Hussle, seeing him popping in Long Island, seeing seeing like, now this is like 98 going down to 2000 now. As this is going on, more of my boys, we dealing with boys going to college, people in the music industry, and we doing this battle circuit. And it's what happened was it just took like one person to start hitting, and then that's how it became what it was for us. It's like what we realize is this: with the music business, as long as you stay consistent and you start putting your stuff out, people will realize who you are. It may take 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, but later on in life, they'll hit you up like, oh shit, I didn't realize that you were still doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then with my crew, it's like my crew is so diverse. It's like one dude videos, does everything, produces everything, and he has his own entity. One of my other dudes, he got into politics, but he's still nice with the spitting. That's his own entity. My other dude, Snooze, same thing, family man, but still ill with the pen, and still had like his boy, God rest the dead, my boy Crack Val from IGT, one of the most influential people out in the music game that was like under the cover, ghostwriting for a lot of people. So this is happening back in the day, and this is all like crew members. And from that, 20 years later, where we at now is like my boys are still performing, and it's like it's new to see people see them performing, but it's old to us. So it's like one thing Terrell was saying when he was like, yo, that beat sounds like it's grown. It's because we've been doing this for a minute. It's like we know what people want to hear now. We know what they're looking for. When people go perform, it is what it is. Oh, I see that. That's what's up, man. But yo, at the end of the day, it's all about staying consistent and staying on your craft. And as long as you do that, yo, that's it. And merch is big. At the end of the day, one of the things you were saying, like, yo, with merch, you could be at a show and your show could be garbage as an artist. But if your merch is popping, oh my God. I've seen it. Yeah. My boys have been
I've seen artists change from artists to strictly merch and clothing because they realize that it's not easy to break through as an artist. Right. But one thing that everybody likes is fresh gear.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why we got like a bunch of logos coming right now.
Oh yeah,
to get a bunch of shit printed, man.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. We're gonna come see you out there and do a little tour and shit, man.
Oh
No
yeah.
doubt.
Absolutely. And
Working
the other
coming
thing
soon,
about
man.
that is you got to make sure it has quality. Because when people get
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
printed, it's like, yo,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand when you first started, you know, it's like, yo, we'll press it real quick and look real good. You wash it once, it's done. You got to
Yep.
spend
Yeah,
that 20.
we sold G strings, man. We sold G strings before. Chicks were loving that shit.
Listen.
Authorized personnel, AP. Yeah, the old hoodie we have is speakers and big mouth and shit. That logo was fire, dog.
Yeah.
Listen,
We gotta
you
bring
got-
back the throwbacks.
You
Shit.
got to bring them
Gotta
back
make sure you
because
have
it's
the quality. Bring that
Yep.
back, yeah.
absolutely. Because at the end of the day, when somebody else new sees it, it's new to them, old to you, but that's money in your pocket if it look right.
Yeah.
If
And
the
that, and
quality's
speaking
right,
about quality, yeah,
This material, it's gotta be comfy too, man. You gotta be able to relax. in
Absolutely.
that
that's
shit,
why
right?
we haven't been rushing to get the merch. We're looking for the right place.
mhm.
You know, like you said, anyone can throw it together and it'd be 1 or 2 washes and then it's done. I
Right.
want repeat customers, man.
Man, I wish y'all was down in New York. I could throw y'all to my man DC3 from Central Station. Yo, what he does, like he has his own brand, which is a Strong Island brand, which I should be wearing, but I felt like wearing my brand today. It is what it is. But one of those things
Yeah.
is his merch, like when you buy it, it's custom. And yo, wash it a few times, you still like, yo, this shit's still good. And I have gear from him that I bought years ago that I could pull out now. And it's like, yo, people like, yo, what's that? I'm like, exactly. Gotcha. I got something that's a one-on-one that y'all don't got. And you know,
Yeah.
in the music game and everything in life is about being original and having originality. So it is what it is.
Well, and that's the other thing we're gonna do with the merch. We're gonna have like, you know, something everyone can buy, and then we're gonna have exclusive, you know, like for the day ones that have been rocking with us since the get-go. You know, you want them to have something special when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And shameless plug, listen, if y'all want the merch, y'all see the sweater, see the hoodie, RMG.studio on Instagram, hit me up. The hoodies are 25. Come rock. We got hats, hoodies, and we also got more gear on there if y'all want to get in tune. We also got face masks because this, you know, it is what it is with COVID. Oh, let me just pull up one of these face masks real quick. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, so-
Let's get your
My
plug
bond.
on.
See, we have the
Get your
face
plug
mask
on.
in effect, bong bong, because we gotta make sure we stay safe
Yo.
out in COVID, man. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Can't do
You guys
an
been to
interview
any
like
sporting
this,
events lately? Like
Mhm.
NBA or NFL?
Yeah.
Nah.
I've
that-
actually been. The funny thing, why this whole COVID thing's been going on, I've been traveling. Like I was in New Orleans, I was in like Atlanta for a little bit, and while I was traveling, it was cool because it was nobody on the flight, so it was hella cheap. But once
Nice.
everything started ramping up again, it's like, yo, you go on flights, it's crowded, it's crazy, and then it makes you realize, like, maybe I should stay my ass at home, or maybe I should get a whip and start driving places. But
Yeah.
with COVID, that's a whole nother story. Like it's
Really?
a whole. We could go political, but we don't need to go there. It's about music.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Atlanta before. It was a good time, man. I went there for a business conference like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 2008 or something.
Okay.
I stayed an extra day at that conference so I could go to a Atlanta game, NBA, against Detroit Pistons with Rasheed Wallace. Shit,
back in the day, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a dope game too.
Back
So
when
I'm glad I
basketball
stayed.
was basketball.
Yep.
Then I went to Portland because the company we represent is in Oregon, so we go down to Oregon quite a bit. And Portland's our closest team, right? So my boy there, he couldn't make it. His mom was sick, so I was like, "Do I go alone? Drive like 3 hours to this game?" Yeah, I did. It was the longest playoff game in NBA history. That went 4 overtimes.
4 overtimes, yeah.
Denver
Wow, I
against
remember that.
Portland,
I remember
man.
that.
I'm like, hey, shit happens for a reason. You make that choice, you go out, you do shit, and epic shit happens, man. That's what keeps me moving every day, you know?
Absolutely.
Positive, coming with the unknown, these doors we're going to open and shit, man. It's like life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, and you got to take advantage of it. You know?
So
People
true.
don't realize the power of manifestation. They really don't.
Bro. Speak it into existence. If you do that, it will happen. Good, bad, and negative, though. Because you'll see some negative in existence, and you'll be like, yo, why am I fucked up? Because you said it. Like at the end of the day,
this is what I gotta say. Divine achievements bring life's opportunity, carrying knowledge. Divine achievements bring life's opportunity, carrying knowledge. If you look at the acronym, that's what the block stands for. And personally speaking, you're right. I am living proof. We are all living proof right now that you can speak something into reality.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, my studio started as a red room in my mind. And then once the more clarity I got in my life, the more I was able to add to the room, the more I was able to visualize, the more I was able to create. Like I wrote down a 20-year plan in 2007, and I'm living my 20-year plan right now. There's been a few bumps in the road and a few hiccups.
Right.
But I'm still on course to be where I planned on being. So now I got to sit down and write another 10-year plan.
I wish I would have did that.
I just got near the end of mine. I
did
got to write
that.
2 more business
Not
plans
too
now.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Fresh.
It is not
That's
too
exactly
late.
where we're all at. You know, it's like you make these goals, you hit the goals. Some people are like, all right, I'm good. And then there's people like us that are like, all right, so
Okay.
we here, we go over here now.
Exactly.
We go over here now. You know?
Like, when I first started my studio, well, the funny thing with me was I'm a studio rat. Like my brother was an intern for Teddy Riley, like way back in the day. His group got signed to like TR and Griffin Records back in the day. We're talking like this is 87, 88. I was that little kid in the studio, like, yo, what's that button? Let me push that. All right. Fast forward, my brother got an SP1200. Oh my God, you got an SP1200. Let me see how I load the beats. Internalize. Well, I realized the button I hit actually erased all the beats. So my brother got an SP1200 that day. All the drums got erased due to his little brother. Sorry, Charlie. He found out later. But all that to say, like, yo, I went from that to getting a little studio booth at a little crib to building out a whole studio in the basement to now where it's like the people I see is like, yo, yeah, I had that person at my crib. Yo, I did a section with Mano. Yeah, I did a section with Future and Sierra. Yeah, I worked for Universal. Yeah, I've been around Nipsey. I smoked a blunt with Nipsey with my peoples. That's because of my other people. Yo, yeah, I did shows with Green Eye Kelly, the comedian, where we opened up for Green Eye Kelly off of, y'all dudes don't rap. Yes, we do. And did like a whole 12-minute performance with my boy, Just Call Me Out. Like, yo, this music game is a ride. And the fun thing about all of that is, at the end of the day, why they say I'm renowned producers, because around my people I'm renowned, but nobody really knows me. And it's cool like that because I still make my money, I still chill, and I like my individuality of being that person that nobody knows. I can walk in the store and nobody, it's like, oh, all right, cool. But my account doesn't say that, and that's where I like to stay at. But at the end of the day, hey, notoriety comes with the music business. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm here for my peoples, and I'm here to make good music, and that's what it's about.
As long as you stay true to that, bro.
Word.
Hey, can you guys hear this?
Can you guys hear this?
Oh.
No.
No. We're trying to show you some more brand new stuff here, but
is it a link? Is it like a YouTube link?
I could use the other speaker, I guess.
We can
nah, because if you send him the link, he can play it from his, and then it'll probably sound better.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, this track actually hasn't even been released yet. He was gonna.
I'm still finishing it.
Gotcha.
It's still in Reason.
Yeah. Well, here's a quick question. As producers, what do y'all like to use?
As a producer, I'll use whatever works.
Can you hear that?
Use whatever works. Yeah, we hearing it.
The cold, the depths of the fresh sheets on. You know me a lot, friend. You hold me tightly. Hope you know I like that.
They're gonna have to make me bring up some music real quick.
I'm not blind to the signs of trail. Left behind me in a way to rise and be trail. Sometimes question lies why we fail. Takes two bars, you wanna repair. We spin, but beware. Never come and try to bear trouble. Let my whole staff go again. Open up your whole self. One thing I know is it's comfortable. Being vulnerable to want to roll killer.
Working on some new stuff, you know.
Definitely.
His son, he's 17 years old. He's like, yeah, I know that beat. Did you guys pick it off yet, though? It's like a sample from a well-known artist, hip-hop artist.
Juice WRLD at the beginning.
Well, yeah, I know the sample. They also used it for No Digging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pendo 46 had a couple of good samples in there.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, we had a couple other tracks we were gonna send you. We just couldn't get them bounced down in time. So,
bro, take your time and send them to me over the course. Like
Oh,
whenever
yo.
you get a chance, just send them to me and I'll play them. I'm always playing the latest from the soon to be greatest. So if you're one of those people who are sending me something on a regular basis, I'll just release it as I get it.
Yo, send me your link. Send me your link. I'll definitely do that too.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the same goes for you guys, man. You
Appreciate
know,
it, man.
When you guys have things going on and whatnot, you know, feel free to hit me up with those links, and I'll share them on all my social media for sure. That's what it's all about. What it's all about. So.
Yeah, so you guys got any advice for anybody that's trying to like grow their social accounts, like Instagram and YouTube followers and stuff like that?
That's
where we lack.
This is the best way to grow your accounts. And I know with COVID it's a little bit crazy, but you actually got to get out there and touch the people. A lot of times people think you can go pay somebody on Instagram and they can fluff up your account and make you have 10 million followers. But the real shit about how you get people to really respect you in this music business is they got to see you. You got to be tangible. I got to be able to see like, yo, you're at a show this week. You're at a show this week. Like,
takes money to get money, right? You got to invest in yourself and like go on tour. I mean, I wouldn't have doing this if I didn't go on tour back to Alberta in September and meet this guy, right?
Exactly.
He's been with me with his son now, right?
Exactly. Like, and those tours, you'd be surprised. It's like, all right, you'll see those tours where it's like, all right, I got paid $400, but I'm doing a 10-city tour or 20-city tour. But what you get out of that is you got more eyes on you now. And as long as you have a place where people can come to, like the problem is a lot of people don't have it set up right. You got to have your social media. You can't be at a show like, yo, I was at a show last night, a few nights ago, where a guy was like, yo, I don't have an Instagram, and when I do, y'all can come follow me. I'm like, yo, by the time you get off stage, I don't even know who the hell you are. So let's be realistic. You have to have a place to point people to. People in this world want to be commanded and be like, oh, you got this? Where can I go? Where can I get it at? It's that and make it easy. It's like with me, rmg.studio on Instagram, at rmg.studio. The dot is a period. Don't type period, rmg.studio. Simple. It rolls off the tongue. Go on there. Follow me, I follow back. Follow me, I follow back. All you're going to see is me at different places. You might see me in a session. You might see me posting something inspirational. You might see me with a drink in the hand. You might see me with a girl I might be talking to for the week or the day or the month or whatever the case is. Because I mean, I live life, but at the end of the day, it's all peoples that I deal with. At the end of the day, we all have the same ideas, the same mentality, and we're going to go to places. Like, I don't have a lot of followers because the followers I really have are the people I really know. But the reality of it is because I don't rap and perform like that anymore. I'm an engineer, I'm a producer, I'm behind the scenes. So if you
let me get that
Instagram on Instagram and RMG like music group. Yep, real music group, rmg.studio. Follow me and I follow back. You'll see a little logo.
I heard R&B.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes with the little delay,
Studio, I see that right there.
Yep, real music group starts for real music group. It is what it is. But again, it's all about having these people drove to somewhere where they can see you at, where you can throw them at socially, and once they have that, you stay in contact. It used to be email blast, but now we're on Instagram. It's like as simple as liking a picture. People see that and they're in love with you. Like, oh, he liked me a picture. I like him back. And if you had a show, you'd be surprised. That'd be your first stalker. So at the end of the day, you have to be tangible to people. You have to be out there. And these are things that as I'm talking it, I'm all learning it too. Like, I used to be that dude. Like, I'm from an era where it was cool, not cool to take pictures. It was cool to be like, no pictures. Now, it's everywhere.
You have to
be in everybody pictures. You know what I mean? Selfies every day. Like, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm taking a shit. It is what it is. But everybody wants to be in that zone where they want to feel like they know you. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing advice I could give y'all. Like, you gotta be out there. Videos is more. Videos and visuals is everything right now. Because what happens is a lot of people you'll have 500 songs, but if you don't have one video, where am I directing you to?
Exactly. People want to see what they're listening to.
Exactly.
And like a lot lately, trying to get a buzz, and I'm getting messages from a lot of people that it wasn't before. Lots of shit's happening, wheels are turning now, right? So that's positive and fucking something to look forward to for sure. So we're just gonna keep grinding, getting this content out. It's
definitely
a lot to do is when you're doing it yourself. It's like
Yeah.
Holiday time, right?
That's
So
why you need
that
a
brings
team.
that's gonna bring
You
up
need a
that
team.
third
That
point
is
I was
my
about to say
advice.
that.
Let me interject here, because
Yes,
you
sir.
covered the whole stadium, not even just a few bases. But now we're in the parking lot. What you need, what everybody needs, if you're starting, like especially if you're starting out, is a team. At least
Mhm.
3 to 5 people, one person handling, like you knowing what you want to have done, and then a person who has a skill set in each specific field. If we're talking music specifically, and actually in
Yeah.
any business, you need a marketing team. In any business,
I
Right.
doesn't matter
spent the
what
Right.
last
you do it.
2 weeks. I've spent the
Marketing team.
last 2 weeks putting that together. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, you need a marketing team.
Everybody's got their position. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's not a matter of a hierarchy. It's not nobody's more important than
No.
the other. It's just knowing who is strong and where they're strong, building
And
off their
applying them
skills,
in that
exactly, and
manner.
applying it. Exactly. That's
Like
exactly what we're up to right now.
every Wednesday, I have a meeting with Team Action. I'm the project manager. So basically, I'm responsible for directing 4, 5, 6 people at times in their particular crafts, because I see and acknowledge and recognize what their skill sets are and where their strengths are. So every week we meet, we go over the numbers, we go over the statistics on the website, and then we, based on the statistics on the website, decide where we're going to approach, who we're going to approach, how we're going to approach them, what we're going to show them. And we have a publicist, we have a PR, we have myself, we have a manager, we have a couple artists, so and an IT guy. So in saying all of that, I mean, that's the structure of the team: the publicist, the PR, the IT, the artist, and the manager. That's at least the 5.
Yep.
And then
Right.
you need the IT
Man,
guy.
I just lost 3 employees, like, for my day job. You know, the engineering company there. I lost like 3 in the last fucking 6 months, right?
Yep.
My old secretary had to move out to Ontario to take care of her mom, because I guess the healthcare sucks up there.
It's
So
strange.
that's where she went. Yeah. Damn. So I got to hire for the day job right now too, and train new people to do that shit, right?
While we're trying to get this popping off, it's pretty crazy.
Because I got 66 homes to put septic systems into this year, so I'm gonna be hiring, like, I need some workers, man, for that job and for this job.
And see, that's the great thing of having, when you have a business to support you, it's a great thing because you have something to fall back on that can subsidize what you're doing as far as music. A lot of times when you don't have that to fall back on, you still have to figure out a way to maintain and do that. And that's where a lot of people fall in. That's what divides people from doing it and maintaining it and not doing it.
That's why our path's taking a little bit longer, you know?
Yeah.
We go back, we listen to stuff we did 10 years ago, and some of it's just as good, if not better, than some of the stuff that's out here. Some of it we listen to and they're like, shit, we were on that wave 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? But
real life
doesn't matter
happens.
how you get there, it's about getting there. And the one thing that I've learned is the people that take the longer path to success are the ones that leave legacies. The ones that get there, they get in, they get out, or it takes them out. And I'd rather have longevity than be like some one-hit wonder or someone they forget, you know?
No, it all depends. It all depends, because some of those one-hit wonders are getting a substantial check right now. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of a one-hit wonder. That's one. And the other one I give you is Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh,
he owns his masters, and he's still performing.
No,
he's
you're
performed
right.
He's performed with an orchestra. That song. Yeah. That's the one hit. That's the one hit I would love to have. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's two ends of every spectrum. But at the end of the day, sometimes it takes longer because life happens. Like sometimes you have a kid that might pop up. You might have a kid. Something might happen with your family. You might have to take care of family. Never know. Yeah. But when you get there, like you said, you get there. But while you get there, never stop doing what you're doing. Stay consistent. That's always the key.
Yeah.
That is definitely key.
Definitely. 273 episodes, ladies and gentlemen.
Consistency over quality. That's why he has 273.
I mean, like, I'd like to believe this episode has been quality. If y'all was listening, you got a launch pad for how to start your career. You got two artists that if you're paying attention, or two artists and a producer that you could potentially collaborate with. You know
So
what I mean?
let me change that.
One-stop
Consistency and quality. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Instead of consistency over quality, it's consistency and quality.
Yes, yes.
That's a lot of knowledge right there that we just that we all gave the
Yes, sir.
listeners for sure.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, before
We
we
got
get
one.
Go ahead.
We got one more here. We're gonna try to play for you guys. There's
All
a
right.
video out for it from Big Karma. The track's called Toxic.
All
We're
right,
gonna
if
try
you got
to
a
play
video
it
for
here.
it, send me the link for the video and I'll play it so they can see it.
Okay, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, we'll do it that way.
He's gonna play it on there. I'll send it to you right now, homie.
All right.
Send that into your inbox here just a minute. But yeah, this is our first one from Big Karma. We got nominated for Artist of the Month for February on Masterclass Radio. There's only a couple of days left to vote on that, but this track that I'm about to send you, this was voted for Artist of the Month. We didn't even know they were doing it. They just kind of hit us up out of nowhere.
That's
so
nice,
much love
cool.
to them.
What does that do tomorrow? I haven't told anybody about it. Shit. Got dropped. Such a busy week, man. Shot that video. It was dope. Lots of fun out there in Shawnigan Lake. Just started working with this accountant who checked out our music because he used to play in a band too. He's like, good to see like all this local areas shown in videos, right?
So I sent you the link, homie.
Yes, sir. I got it just now. Let me.
Yeah, this was a fun video to shoot too.
Okay, just got to set it up here.
I've been back since, like I said, since the middle of December, and we've shot 3 videos. One for the Twins track that we just did, I'm a Whole Vibe. This one, and then Novel shot his grocery list one too. So we're every few weeks we're banging out quality, and then you'll see it's like movies. It's not just rappers rapping.
So, that's what's up.
Every video gets better and better. So
it was crazy listening to the nostalgic stuff from 10 years ago last night on like Bandcamp. Like, how old are you? I'm Atari, man. That's how old I am.
There we go.
Okay.
Sometimes it helps me. Sometimes it's damn bad. I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's what we did live in my house.
Yo, what's the link so I can send a video in?
YouTube.
I will. Hold up. Oh, that is the longest link ever.
This is the homie Cabin One.
Got a life, I got goals, I got dreams. I'm seeking light in a hole in this deep. Late at night, alone in the sheets. Tossing, turning, hoping I sleep. No one can teach. Universal lesson, but only for me. Now it's fight, not flight, never.
That's the link on the screen. Info at the shop.
No. It's in the chat.
Got you.
Yeah. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. Take this one instead.
This is the old hoodie that authorized personnel. Got 2 speakers.
That's the video.
Okay, that's the video.
Yeah.
All right.
Careful if you coming in, I'm welcome just to catch me. No, I won't run from it. No, contrary my brother. That evil in the eye, trying to keep on coming in. So much now that I'm barely aware of it. Tell you to share all these scars that I'm buried here. On my shoulders, got more than the angel. Struggle with them daily, twisted and tangled, pulling all directions, every single angle. I kick
I'm gonna post the link in there.
Toxic addiction, you're my worst bad habit. Oh Lord, I tried everything, but I just can't stand it. Toxic addiction, you're my
Shout out to Joshua Marks on the production. He did the beat.
Okay.
That's Big Karma, the new group with myself, Novel, Ryan Parker, Wes Paul, and Cavill One. Find it on YouTube, Ryan Parker YouTube, or under Ill Specimen. Has a YouTube channel now too.
Yeah, it's my old channel. So if you're checking that out, and also quick shout out to Colton Davis. He's our videographer, good homie of ours, and he's been shooting all the Novels videos, and I've been blessed to do some work with him now. So he's our go-to guy. Check him out. He's making big moves. He's gonna be heading down to LA soon. So big ups to Colton Davis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got the pleasure to work with a guy from LA, Dyer Lansky. He's got sells beats and shit. Does lots of engineering for a few studios around. He's been around the block for a minute. He's a dope rapper, man, and producer. And
Sure.
so maybe they could connect when they're down there if Colton runs out of options.
Yeah, there we
Never
go.
know.
Definitely.
So we got one track by Snooze Daily.
Snooze Daily.
Snooze
All
Daily is
right,
called
let's
Whole
see
Lot,
this.
produced
Okay.
by Fan to the Beat. Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
this pop.
Look at that basketball nets. Oh, yes, please.
So New York.
That boy go dumb again. Strobe like octaves, bottle after bottle. Uber to a short stay, handle biz, no foreplay. Grip like DiBiase, big boy, the way Chase Sims is where you find me. I'm something like a pimp. Let like the rascal, don't stand me, get hit. Back to back, switch cheese, your mind peak. Crime wave, no arcade. Fortnite, your heartbeat, eternal sleep. What I bring like the flow ill, like a fella through the speaker. Snooze on daily, pure shots like a teacup. Reach you with the pulse in my Gucci sweeper. Hip hop's boogeyman, John Wick features. Rebel to the rule and step beyond you fool. Stones block the peace, hands frozen in time. The wrist so icy, it's my time to shine.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Fuck, this shit is hype as fuck, man. I gotta get this.
Let's get the cookies, man. East to west, man.
Definitely got y'all.
This goes hard, man. We're gonna bump this after too.
Absolutely. Pop this. Produced by Phantom, like I said. Phantom produced Apollo Kids, Magic 6 for 50, Apollo Kids, Ghostface. That man's been around.
Yeah, man. Bro, any of these artists you want to line me up with for the show?
Oh, I got
let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, my homie Shatsy's running the local shows here, hip hop nights once a month at the Duncan Showroom.
Yeah, we'll send you some people too for some future interviews. Sure.
Yes, please.
Definitely.
Dope venue for sure to do shows at in Duncan. Pretty quaint, run by Long John. Yeah, he was in the last grocery list video I did on YouTube there.
I'll send you
Still part
one
of that
more
video.
real quick.
Yeah, drop
Well,
that.
actually, I got two more.
Fire, man.
Thanks. I actually got two more real quick.
That's
Hold on.
dope, man. I'll be checking out more of that for sure.
Absolutely. I'm going to put y'all on to two more people. After y'all see this, I might change your lives. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Who produced that last beat, that song that was just playing?
Phantom? Is
No,
that
That
it?
Phantom of the Beat. Highs
Yeah.
D, if y'all do y'all research on hip hop and you look up the UMCs, Highs D is he's one of the members of the UMCs. He's also Phantom of the Beat. He's also a well-known producer, world-renowned producer himself in his own
I've
way.
heard the name before for sure. For sure I have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get this up real quick. Hold on a second.
Secretary. I nominate you.
I've been nominated.
Boom.
I should have
I
had
gotta
her
play this one real quick.
Exactly.
You know?
All right,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. Where is it at? All right, here's the next one. His name is Just Call Me Al.
We have to open this up in the other one is.
Okay, I got this. Boom. Boom over here. Let's get the full size. Maximize that. Boulevard by Just Call Me Al.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the right button. This is the right button. All right. Now I'm just going to share the entire screen and just start leaving that stuff over there. There you go. Share.
All right.
All right. Boom. Share the screen. Pop that. Maximize. Let's get that.
Part of this stuff, man. All the heck. Oh, I love it.
And as I'm playing these joints, these are things that was mastered by me. I know you can't hear the quality through this, but we out separately go to YouTube. Be out here the quality. You understand?
Nice
play, Chris.
Put it in there.
Mm-hmm. I just sent through a link to the first video I did 5 years ago when I bought this house that I'm at now. Built a stage in the backyard and had a bunch of rappers come over and a rock band and had a nice little party. Then we went out on my boat, on Shawnigan Lake, got some shots there. Called The Good Life with me and Shaps. Pretty fun. So that's the link there. I just added in the message, the private chat there.
Yep.
Can't really hear this one.
Yeah, it's low for some reason.
Yeah, there's no like.
That's okay. We're gonna get the link from it, and we're gonna bump it after for sure.
Definitely. There you go. I'm gonna send one more after y'all.
And if those not following me, hit me up at IMWestPaul on Instagram. Lots of new stuff coming.
What's the name on Instagram? Hold on, let me pull it up right now.
That at IMWestPaul.
All right, IMWestPaul. Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all can catch me on the Me and the Boys Wrestling live around 6:30 tonight after this podcast. We got a couple more tracks for you. And then we gonna jump into that. Well, then I gotta coordinate some stuff and jump into that.
Sounds good, bro. We appreciate you, man. This has been great.
Yeah, man. We're gonna play these last two tracks though.
That's what's up.
Well, the last two tracks after this one.
Yep, gotta get our lunch on and stuff around here,
Definitely.
Working shit. Coming at 2, right? So we got making music later today, anyways. So I don't want to sit in this chair too long. I'll have a sore back and shit. Gotta get some exercise in there, It's all about balance.
You said I am West Paul, right?
Yeah. That's what an LH office said. This guy. I'm just laughing at what NLE Chopper said on Double XL. I don't know if y'all saw that, but
what happened?
NLE Chopper said encourages men to not ejaculate during sex. Says you can run 8 miles with one nut.
Wow. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's a deeper conversation because if you can serve yourself, it does help you maintain your stamina, and then you can go a lot longer.
Anywhere in life, for sure.
I mean, real shit. I mean, not to get into the type of talk of that, but the best thing in the world is busting a nut and then busting another nut right after, and then staying hard. It's the greatest thing in the world. Like,
yeah,
good pussy will make you do that. So it's what it is.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
It happens all the time.
Word.
Sometimes it makes you want to hold it longer. No, sometimes like bad pussy, you just want to done. Good pussy, you want to hold that shit because you don't want to. You know what I mean? You don't want to go. You don't want to seem like you're a minute man or nothing like that. You want to make sure.
Not only that,
like,
but if you're a single guy,
you're in control of that shit.
That good all the time, and you're gonna get that good again. So you just hold on to that.
The only monkey wrench about good and bad is when they have that thing that's in there. You know, when they do that, like that. I guess the IUD or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
that's different. That's different. I have literally been like, you know what? I can't deal with chicks because of. That's different.
Yeah.
Bro, 2 relationships are different. Anyway, sidebar, different.
different.
So we here at the Real Music Group all say that, you know, we support the good that don't have nothing in there, but if they got something in there,
different.
It doesn't affect everybody, but I know it affected me a little bit. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
I'm gonna have that on my next podcast as far as that, because I've got guys that actually had headaches and like literally messed with a chick and had headaches after. Like, it's different, but that's a whole nother story and a whole nother show.
Feel free to invite me out.
Shout out to NLE Chopper for starting this conversation.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we don't talk about it, they don't know. You know what I mean?
Word. Yo.
All right, we got this one up here. The Good Life by Parker and Shabs.
That's shot by Colton Davis again. There you see, that was the first one I did with him, and we've shot, I don't know, 6, 7, something.
Nice
videos over the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the growth and the production of the videos and the artists and everything. It's really dope, man.
Quite a delay there. Are the settings?
There's a little delay on all of them.
Yeah, is 1080 available for you for your settings? That would sync the video and the audio a little better, maybe. But it's all time and work, man.
Right.
Now the technology you still deal with today, right?
Absolutely. But maybe you can post the link somewhere where people, if they see the link in the chat or something, like for all the videos we just put up there, so that way maybe they click on the link and then see the videos individually. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool.
Is a video?
Yeah. Picture of it, right? Because that's weird.
It's not glitching on this end, but it's lagging for sure.
Yeah, like all the videos are kind of like lagging a little bit.
Okay.
Hear the audio at all, man.
Restream. You need to hear this and understand that this can't happen.
Word, especially when you're doing videos.
Like, I'm seeing it clean right now. So maybe the playback and the play clean, but right now, because of the different connections.
Maybe so, because we are streaming.
Yeah.
Words. As long as you can hear it too.
Definitely. But that's why I was saying collectively just put up the links and maybe in the chat so that way people will see the links for these different videos. Maybe you can put up the links for like our Instagram.
There's Cooper,
so that way.
big TikTok guy now. Shit.
That food looks great right now. Oh my God.
Scrumptious.
Yeah.
I would rather be barbecuing to be in this snowstorm that I'm in right now. If y'all can see outside, my BMW is looking crazy. Jeez, my car is looking crazy right now.
So that Shap's there. So he'd be a good one to get an interview with for sure, because he's doing that hip hop night. 24 in the Valley is the YouTube channel, and they stream every live performance there once a month. Hip hop. We were doing it last month. We opened up this year, and I think we performed at the first one there too, which was a year or two ago now. They've been doing it.
Good music,
so that's been going for a minute. It's dope to keep the community having that shit. Live music's important. Everybody in Long John who runs that venue puts on 39 days of summer here and does it outdoors in the park down there by the train station. So everybody's out there checking it out. It's all about community, man. You know, music makes everybody happy. So good to have fucking people around that can do that for you, and that's what we're here to do as well. You know, pump this out because feeds the soul and it's all love, man. You know,
definitely. Yo, the question of the day: marketing, right? Where can an artist go to find somebody to do the marketing for them, like marketing and promotion? Anybody know any links? Like, I know, like publicists, I know, but marketing, anybody know?
no,
Not really off the top of my head. Like I said, we've been spending a lot of time lately trying to piece people together. I was fortunate enough that one of my homies, his wife, just finished school for marketing and social media and stuff. So we're bringing her onto the team, and we're gonna help build her portfolio. And
I gotta fix that hot tub right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking at this video, seeing the hot tub working. We got work to do. We got to get that going too. Yeah.
That was a fun video to make for sure. At the beginning, it showed the stage we built with lights and shit strung up in the yard. It was pretty dope.
Look that way.
Time. Yeah, man.
And like you said, the food, I know seeing that just made me real hungry. So
hell yeah, I'm gonna go cook right after this.
You got to figure out lunch now.
Did you have one more link there you wanted to play?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just getting something lined up right here.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys. Like, this was dope, you know? Like,
definitely.
Up bright early in the morning, just ready to rock and roll. Like, we were up in the studio last night. Where, like I said, we're always in the studio, but the homie came through. We were kicking some freestyles. Just, it was nice to end the night last night like that and then wake up today knowing that we're doing this. It's a good way to kick off the weekend, man. So appreciate you guys a lot.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being on.
Change links. Stay connected, man.
I know it's 3 hours earlier up there, so to be in the studio and then wake up to this, you know, is a grind.
It's all good. We had some eggs, you know.
Chef Peasy was cooking them eggs this morning, so we good.
All right, so we got this one. Jamar Milton, Shaman.
In Texas.
Boom.
Damn.
Has that Shaft kind of vibe.
And all three of these guys are like, these are the guys I grew up with. So it's like they're all superstars in their own right. Everything you hear is either them playing it or them doing it. And with this video, he did everything.
Nice. That's dope.
Wow, that's cool shots right there.
Yeah, all of our older shit, we did that too. We made the beats and that. My first solo album, I produced completely myself, 100%. Made the beats.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started on the 4-track, rapping to instrumentals, right?
Yep. Task him.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. You got one chance at this. One take wonder. What program are you using there? I got Reason 10 right now.
So
I got Nuendo, Reaper. Audition.
Yeah, Reaper is what I used for the longest time, but I've been learning Reason since I've been out here. But
okay,
Acid was good for making beats, but I don't make beats until we get this new mixer up in here. But yeah,
Gotcha. So I started out MPC, SP1200, then MPC, then learned Pro Tools because I engineer for a living. So went from that. Now I'm in the MPC software. Now I use Reasons, I use Fruity Loops, I use Logic. Anything I can put my hands on, give me a few minutes. I got you. I'm good on it. And that's how my production team is too. Like we can pretty much use anything and get through everything. And it's the thing about us is like we all got our own individual sounds. Where it's like if you don't like this, you're gonna like this. If you don't like this, you're gonna like this. And then we've already produced for groups like MOP. So we've been around.
MOP's the shit, man.
Yeah, so we've done.
I met MOP. I met MOP. They're dope shit, man. I vibed out
Yeah,
with
like
them
my boy Biz Beats. Shout out to Biz Beats. That's my right hand to God right there. Like he's done production for them. I've
Yeah.
engineered for people. It was a mixture of everything. And then I got my other guy Go, which is gonna be a whole phenom that people are just gonna be like in tune with. So this year for us is like a setup year. Next year is one of those years where it's like, oh y'all know us now, and that's just what's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is there anyone?
I was at an MOP show in Calgary, and I'm one of
Wow.
those artists that always brings my USB because I know
Yes.
people be slacking and they
Have
don't
to.
show up
Yep.
to shows.
Yep.
So it just so happened that the homie that threw the show, I'd done a lot of work for him. Well, somebody bailed last minute, so I was at the show, so I got to go up and rock a couple of tracks. I wasn't on the flyer, but I still got to do it, and I got to mob out with them afterwards. It's pretty dope, man. Like,
see, that's what
those
happens
are
when
those
you're
hip hop.
prepared.
Those are those hip hop moments that make everything worth it. You know, like
Prepared for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Anybody listening that's up and coming, and like you said, you know, you got to show up at these places. Don't just show up to the show, man. Show up to be ready to be part of that show because you never know what could happen. So always bring your USB. Always.
Yep. Always have your content. I have at least a gig of my songs on my USB that stays on my keychain all the time.
Yeah.
So I can't go I can't go to any event without, oh, are you gonna perform today? Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's like, oh man, here we go again. But usually you just feel so blessed to have the respect from people, be that guy that they know can just knock it out of the park whenever. That's a good feeling to have,
bro.
Definitely.
And I like that idea about the keychain. You gave me some thought for that for sure.
There you go. That's yours. That's yours. So yeah. So is there anyone you guys wanted to shout out before you go? Before we go.
First of all, for me, I want to shout out Young Craze because Craze is the homie that originally connected us, and you know that Craze is my road dog. We ride together all the time on tour. We've made some banging tracks. Schedule part 2. You know, we did a track called Ride Out, which I'm gonna re-release because the timing of it with COVID and everything, it didn't hit the way it should have with everything. But we're gonna re-release that one. So shout out to him, and I'll let Novel do some shout outs, and then maybe I'll do a couple more before we're done. But
yeah, for sure, to Colton Davis, who's been shooting all the music videos with us lately. Thanks for spending so much time with us. I think you like it though. Shit, we always got his back and shit. There's food on the table, you know what needs to happen when you're doing that work. Shit. My old boys, who I think you guys should do an interview with, the Northern Light, which is Trevor Digby, who worked with me for 13 years. He's doing a project with Shaps. He's running that hip hop night, 24 in the Valley on YouTube.
All right.
I'll get you linked with them.
I was gonna say forward my contact and let them know that I'm open.
No doubt. Yeah.
All right.
Cool, man. It was good to meet you guys. Fucking
definitely.
Houseman, authorized personnel, Novel, Ryan Parker,
another
West
shout
Paul.
out. Shout out to the boy Biss. Shout out to Switch.
Yo, I got a few shout outs too, real quick.
Y'all haven't checked out Switch? Check out Switch from Vancouver Island. Dude is a monster. He just dropped a track on YouTube called Mentally Ill, produced by the homie Scythe. Check that shit out, man.
Okay.
He got bars for days, that boy. So it's called Mentally Ill, and it's Switch, produced by Scythe.
Okay. All right.
I got a few real quick. My homegirl Steph Lively, up and coming songwriter / singer. Yo, her album's gonna be doing numbers real quick, and this is gonna be a little underground project everybody's gonna come and fall in love with. Got shout out my boy Just Call Me Al, my partner from day one doing this music shit. Got shout out my boy Snooze Daily, whose project is dropping. Last year we dropped Oh Lord, which is a video y'all seen. Please go to YouTube and support that. We're all over New York City running around performing that. So definitely shouting out Jamal Milton. That's another one of my day ones where, again, go check him out. Just look up and Google Jamal Milton. Everything will pop up. Follow that boy on every platform. Shout out to the original members of the Burn Unit, which is my collective clique. That is Mike Shoddy. That's Enigma. That's Earth. That's all y'all. It's a bunch of us, man. It's Yodi. That's Earth. Nervous. It's a bunch of us. Shout out to my people. Shout out to Roosevelt, Long Island, where I was born, bred, and raised. Because if it wasn't for y'all niggas, I wouldn't be where I am right now. A little crazy, a little deranged, and always on my shit. But at the end of the day, yo, love is love. Shout out my peoples. Also, my Queens people, BDF family, Mina, Majestic, I see y'all peoples, Classic, DJ Primetime, RTC. That's another one of my peoples I even mentioned about. These old peoples I work with, who I engineer for, who I produce with, that I got to get on the show. That if you collectively Google any one of these people, you're going to see what we doing. You're going to probably see my face in a video somewhere with a nice tee and a chick in the mom, some crazy shit, and that's that. That's what it is.
All right. So yeah, man, we should touch base after this, and then, you know what I mean, like, I'll show you the schedule that I have, and then we can see where we can fit in. And I'm not opposed to doing a special edition on an off day too. I usually run Wednesdays and Saturdays, but like, I mean, just yesterday I did a new show. And then earlier this week, I featured Ezra of Choom Gang's album, Luke 9:5. So yeah, man, like there's some things happening out here. So let's connect and make them like evolve.
One more thing, shameless plug. My website, rmgstudio.nyc. Come check out the website. You can book sessions there. So if you're anywhere in New York, in Long Island, Queens area, you need a session, come see me. Instagram, rmg.studio. Follow me, I follow you back. Hit me up. We have tracks in different platforms. We have tracks that's on platforms, and then we have tracks that you individually get once you contact me. I'm really big on building with artists and building a sound for artists versus giving something like a YouTube beat that everybody can just go pull up a YouTube beat that sounds like, you want to sound like Travis Barker, you want to sound like Travis Scott, you want to sound like anybody. How about you sound like yourself and I give you something that complements that?
There you go.
That's what we do.
This is that first solo album I put out. I produced 100% myself between the years of 2002 and 2015 is when I put it out, this album.
Many years.
It's fun, man. But yeah, like I say, going back, nostalgic feeling to Bandcamp and shit. You done it. You know, you heard your old tunes, and brings back memories because you don't listen to that stuff all the time, right? You're too busy creating new, because that's what we're addicted to, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, you can get any of these albums by Novel and Ryan Parker, Spotify, Apple iTunes. There's my shameless plug again. You know, all the known stream platforms, whatever you prefer. Go check that shit out.
Twins' first project dropping in a couple weeks, so we're just getting the final done on it. But be on the lookout for that. I'm a whole vibe, brand new video is going to be dropping probably next week at some point. I think the homie's dropping a video on Monday, so I'm probably going to give him like 4 or 5 days before we flood the scene. That's another piece of advice I like to give out to people is pay attention to your homies' drops, so you know you don't get lost. Doesn't get lost in the world of everything. You know, like try to plan that out. Y'all can support each other, man.
Absolutely.
That's what this whole culture started out as, right? So one of y'all make it, man. That's how it works. So
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's good to get to know you guys, man. Fucking thanks for the opportunity.
All right, it's been blessed. Yes, we got to do this again. We have to do this again.
We will for sure,
all right.
man.
Twins and Reels have been joining us on the 273rd episode of the Terrell Effect. We are about to head out. If you're checking us on Liquid Fire Radio, bless up. If you're checking us live on Restream, bless up the same way. It is what it is. We out.
All right.